think about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Couple of Twitch streamers around doing Duel Links.
Another big Duel Links content creator.
This Farfa mini Duel Links video.
That there was that many people playing Duel Links.
Who made a video about Duel Links?
I mean, with Duel Links, what the fuck? I have played Duel Links ever since GX World was about to release. Duel Links for me has its fair share of issues, and some issues are still present today. Tag duels, no release, announced. Ever since I was a teeny little lad, the only games I used to play on my phone was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Dragon Ball Legends, and Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble. Rest in peace. Now, I'm sure you've seen the other 6 videos. Now, I'm just adding my own take on it because I thought it would be funny. I remember when so many things were not a thing. This home thing, not a thing. On Duel Trials, it showed every single one. It was a good way to grind. You probably wouldn't know, but I do this. You probably wouldn't know to do that every week or every day. I remember when you just had to remember the events. You couldn't just click Go Rush, press UT as Luigi event, character unlocked. You could, I don't know, you couldn't just press this. You just had to remember. There had to be a video. So I remember going on Val's channel the entire damn time. So my dumbass knows what I'm talking about when I talk about this shit. Now, one thing that broke Duel Links really is skills. For the first 3 or 4 years of release, skills weren't that broken. It was up until like 5D Zexal era where we kept getting skills. And it's just like, oh yeah, you could cheat this out. Or like, you could do this, or you could do that. Instead of just Destiny Draw or add this card to your deck. Now, I'm sure you heard that exact thing from all the other videos. Why am I bringing it up? It's what made Duel Links unique at the time, different from the TCG, because Master Duel wasn't a thing at the time. What? You heard that too? Well, did they tell you, with those set skills, it made you feel like the anime character? Well, not anymore, because those skills are just like, oh yeah, just play the damn game inside the skill. That might be an issue with Duel Links, but they could still fix it. I don't know. I'm just making this video as a joke, man.
Master Duel across all metrics became the way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online and met the demands for all kinds of players that Duel Links just wasn't really catering to.
My response to that? A lot of people just prefer the card game. They don't prefer the anime. A lot of us got into the card game because of the anime. My introduction into Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very unique. I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of the Dark Side Dimensions movie trailer. Then that got me into Duel Links. Then Duel Links got me to watch all the animes, eventually making me to make content that you can't see today because it's unlisted. So it's going to be natural for me to just stick wherever the anime is going to go. And I'm sure it's the same for some of us. Some of you guys got into the card game because you thought it would just be a fun experience to just go into the card game. So you guys are just stick to the card game. And you guys want the pure card game. Meanwhile, me and some others, we want the anime side of the card game. Now that doesn't mean the anime side can't do both. We still have fun with the card game nonetheless. We're just more the anime side.
When it comes to PvP, and in a game that has microtransactions, that becomes really frustrating and not fun.
First time?
You're gonna have to open the rest of the packs from that bundle you bought and just keep opening them and hope you get the supers you need in the process. But the most important card is the Ultra. So in Duel Links, technically, the optimal way to min-max this almost criminal system of obtaining cards is to pull 1 pack at a time.
Are you expecting some pity system where like if you get 90 packs, you get a guaranteed card of your choice that allows you to build your deck very perfectly? I'm totally not thinking about a gacha game like Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, etc, etc. What? Why is this a whole segment?
There is a currency in the game called gold. What is it for? I don't know. I think I've engaged with this system like once ever.
Not to hate on you or anything, because you haven't played the game, Farfa. It's a currency you just don't fuck with. Don't fuck with it. If you need more, you don't. You don't use it. Well, you do use it, but you don't. It doesn't matter to you. It shouldn't be a whole segment. I'm pissed that it's a whole segment.
Do I really need 3 Block Dragon in 20? Can I maybe just play 2? Should I really be running all 6 Quakimerus? Do I go over 20 and just play Karthorther and Turtle as well?
With my personal experience, nah. I didn't really need it. I didn't really need multiple copies of one card. The maximum I ran was 2 of one card. And I think the highest I ever got into was Legend. I never got to King of Games, because I didn't really try. Before I talk about all the other reactions and thoughts, I'm a Rush Duel fan. This kind of triggers me.
It wasn't like there weren't skills like this already. Things like Clock of Destiny, Shooting Star Road, Demon's Resonance, all these skills with tons and tons and tons of text that just took over the game for a bit and ended up being really relevant meta decks that just warped archetypes.
Oh, PTSD. Oh, PTSD! Clock of Destiny was such a hell. Demon's Resonance was such a hell. Shooting Star Road, bro, I went gambling. I so remember when they didn't add the top 3 cards were tuners. Bro, you had to gamble for that shit, aka you have to build your deck around those tuners. Which was kind of hype until they killed it, where you had to get 3, you got 3 guaranteed. 3 tuners guaranteed. They kind of killed the skill that way, but it added consistency, so it's like, whatever.
That's it. You do not get another turn. Your first turn is a majority portion of the game, so if you don't open your starter monster, that's it. The game's over.
You guys remember a skill called Restart? No, seriously, do you remember a skill called Restart? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure they had to nerf that skill because everybody was using it to make you not be able to special summon or use a
But it just takes a little bit of time, which time gating is shit. I hate it. I wish it wasn't in the game.
Not to hate or anything on you, Loom, but welcome to a gacha game where you have to wait 6 months for a rerun. Duel Links is generous as fuck with it. They could just say, oh yeah, you missed this character twice, you can never get this character again. Good luck. You can never play your deck. But they don't. They care about us.
You have to grind to get the new stuff, and you have to spend money if you don't want to grind, which I don't think that's a good thing, especially compared to other card games on there, including but especially not limited to Master Duel, where building decks is just so much easier in my opinion.
mekklord, it's not your opinion, it's facts. Reason? I see Duel Links as a more anime gacha game. Well, I see Master Duel as a card game simulator. Like, I play a lot of gacha games such as Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, etc, etc. And Duel Links has a lot of similar features to those games compared to Master Duel. In a gacha game, you would have to wait time for the character to release. In a gacha game, you would have to wait time for a character to be announced and then released. In Duel Links, you gotta wait for a character to be announced, then released, and then a box goes alongside them, where you have to spend currency. So think about it like this. In a gacha game, you gotta pull for the character and the weapon. In Duel Links, you get the character free by playing the event, and then you gotta spend money on the cards.
Ooh, that's one similarity right there.
Another example is like boxes or like eidolons in a gacha game. In Honkai Star Rail, you can get eidolons of a character to show that you got multiple copies of that character, which is up to 6. You can get the same experience in Duel Links, where you can get multiple copies of a card, up to 3. It basically shows how much you've dig through a box, and probably spent money, or spent all your free-to-play currency on. Realistically, you can E6 or get 3 copies of a card if you really grind for it. You see how I think it's a gacha game?
Me too, man. mekklord didn't script his video. He says as much in his video, and he's mainly focusing on the 2 main points of the whole thing: the card collection and the gameplay.
I'm just fucking around. Don't take my shit seriously, bro.
We have all skill being casual skills, so people don't play another skill that make them much stronger.
What I would think that would make Duel Links better is that there would be multiple skills, so it gives more diversity to those characters. So like, instead of buffing a skill and calling it a new skill, just say, oh yeah, you got this skill, you got this skill, you got this skill. Choose between the 3, and that's the meta. But no, this game goes like, oh yeah, 1 skill, bam, you're done. This video is so fucking stupid. I'm just gonna end the video here, man. Make sure you check my description. I'm gonna have a new upload schedule. Check out my Discord if you want to check that out. Peace out, y'all.